One of us has faced moments in life where we question, why is this happening to me? We make plans, we dream, we expect things to happen a certain way, and suddenly life changes direction. Sometimes the opportunity never comes. Allah has forgotten you. But remember something powerful. Abandon His servants. The problem is not that Allah's plan is failing. The problem is that we are trying to understand tomorrow while standing in today. You see, when a child is taken to the doctor for an injection, the child cries because he thinks the pain is harmful. But the mother smiles because she understands something the child does not understand. And Allah's knowledge is far greater than ours. There are things you are crying about today that years later you will thank Allah for moving from your life for something greater. Oh, life is easy. Real faith is when everything around you is shaking, yet your heart still says, "We are Allah." Many people worship Allah when life is comfortable, but when hardship comes, they panic, complain, and lose hope. A believer understands that every season of life has purpose. If Allah gives you wealth, it is a test. It is a test back to Allah. Sometimes Allah makes you walk through loneliness so you can learn that He is enough for you. Sometimes Allah delays success because your character is not yet ready for the blessing. Life because He heard conversations you never heard. So never think that Allah is against you. When life becomes difficult, do not only ask, why is this happening? Ask you to become softer. Perhaps He wants you to finally raise your hands and make sincere dua again. The believer never loses. Both situations bring reward, for you will come to you even if the whole world tries to stop it. And what is not written for you will never reach you even if you chase it day and night. Stop comparing your life to everyone else. Stop became painful. Allah is the best of planners. Serving for Musa can make a way for you. Out of yours, the same Allah who healed the pain of Ayub can heal your pain too. Never underestimate what Allah can change overnight. You praise Salah. A single act of sincere repentance can change your relationship with Allah forever. So continue walking toward Him. Your heart feels tired. When you cannot trace His plan, trust His wisdom. May Allah ease every burden you carry, replace your pain with peace, and grant you hearts that are always content with His decree. Amen. My beloved brothers and sisters, one of the greatest sources of peace in this life is to truly believe that Allah's plan is always wiser than our own plans. In front of us, based on temporary moments, based on what we want right now. But Allah sees the entire picture. He knows what would have happened if certain things entered your life, and He knows what could destroy you even when it appears beautiful on the outside. Many times in life we become upset because things did not go according to our plans. We wanted a specific job but we were rejected. We wanted a certain preserving, we wanted a specific job but we were rejected. We wanted a specific job but we were rejected. Relationship but it ended. We prayed for something day and night, yet the answer did not come in the way we expected. And in those moments sadness enters the heart because we think we know what is best for us. But pause for a moment and reflect, how many times in your life did you desperately want something, only to later realize that if Allah had given it to you, it would have harmed you, and it was hidden inside that. Hardship was protection, wisdom and growth. This is why a believer learns to trust Allah even when life becomes confusing. My bad decisions, we misjudge people, we choose based on emotions, appearances and desires. But Allah's wisdom is perfect. Want immediate answers. We live in a world where people want everything instantly. Instant success, instant happiness, instant results. But Allah teaches us through life that not every blessing arrives immediately. Some du'as are delayed because Allah is preparing something bigger than what you asked for. You may be asking Allah for one small door while Allah wants to open 10 doors for you at the right time. Subhan through are limited. Understanding we only focus on what will benefit us forever. A child may cry when a toy is taken away, not realizing that something dangerous was removed from his hands. In the same way, there are things Allah removes from our lives out of mercy, even when we fail to understand it immediately. My brothers and sisters, trusting Allah's wisdom does not mean life will always be easy. Even the prophets faced pain, rejection, loss and hardship. From his father, imprisoned for years, and yet every painful step was leading him toward a greater purpose prepared by Allah. Imagine if Yusuf Arabic teen, Arabic climb, 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 Arabic climb. Amamala was arranging events in ways nobody could see. And that is exactly how Allah works in our lives too. Sometimes allows your heart to break because He wants you to return. Observing because your character is still growing. Sometimes He removes people from your life because He knows what they would eventually bring into your future. Never think that unanswered du'as mean Allah does not care about you. Allah hears every tear, every response according to His perfect knowledge, not according to our limited vision. You know what is best for me. That sentence alone can calm a storm inside the heart. When life does not go according to your plans, do not lose faith. Perhaps your plan would have led to sadness while Allah's plan is leading you toward goodness you cannot yet see. One day many things will finally make sense. One day you will look back and realize that the delays, the closed doors, the heartbreaks and the struggles were all part of what needed to be. So continue trusting Him, even when you are confused. Because Allah's plan is always wiser than our own plans. My beloved brothers and sisters, one of the hardest things for the human heart is waiting. Work hard and we expect quick success. We ask Allah for relief and we hope the pain disappears overnight. Not deny us has refused it. Sometimes Allah delays things because the timing is not right. Sometimes He delays because you are not yet ready for the blessing you are asking for. And sometimes He delays because He wants to give you something far greater than what you imagined. Wants things instantly. Built upon human impatience, a la farmer who plants seeds into the ground. The next morning he does not stand there angry because no tree appeared overnight. He understands that growth takes time. The roots must develop before the fruits appear. In the same way, there are things happening beneath the surface of here the fruits appear. Allah may be protecting you from harm. Future quietly while you think nothing is happening. Subhanallah, making dua for years. But who told you that Allah ignored your dua? Not a single pain inside your chest is hidden from Him. Trust His timing. A child may ask his parents for something harmful because he lacks understanding. The parents refuse not because they hate the child but because they love him. And Allah's mercy toward us is far greater than the mercy of any parent. You may be asking Allah for a relationship while Allah knows that person would break your heart completely. Might be asking for a certain you from prayer and destroy your peace. You may be asking for a certain into regret. So when Allah delays something, never assume He is punishing you. Look at the story of Zakaria. Imagine growing older while still waiting, but Allah answered his dua at the exact time Allah chose. Not the time Zakaria Arabiktila, 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 Arabiktila. Yusuf, beautiful. No delay can stop it from reaching you. What belongs to you will arrive at the right time. My brothers, and see the waiting, but we fail to see the wisdom inside the waiting. Waiting teaches patience. Waiting teaches reliance upon Allah. Waiting purifies the heart from arrogance and attachment to dunya. So being you a voice in dua. He loves seeing you return to Him in the middle of the night. He loves the sincerity that develops in your heart while you wait. A delayed job is not the end of your provision. A delayed relief is not the end of Allah's mercy. Allah's timing is always precise. And perhaps if Allah gave you everything the moment you asked, you would never learn sabr, never grow spiritually. Allah never appreciate the blessing properly when it finally arrived. Continue walking toward Him even when you do not see immediate results. Be carrying something beautiful for the right moment. My beloved brothers and sisters, hardship is something every single human being will experience in this life. No one escapes pain completely. Some people struggle with health, others with finances, others with heartbreak, loneliness, anxiety or loss. And when hardship arises, the heart naturally asks, why me? But the believer learns something powerful through faith. Every mercy looks pleasant in the beginning. Sometimes mercy arrives disguised as pain that will save your future tomorrow. But because we only see the surface, we fail to recognize the wisdom hidden beneath the hardship. Allah does not send difficulties without purpose. Every pain carries lessons. Every struggle is shaping something inside you that comfort could never create. Gold is purities remain. Same way. Many people only remember Allah deeply when life becomes difficult. When everything is easy, the prayer becomes rushed. The Quran gathers dust and the heart becomes distracted by dunya. And the heart calls upon Allah with honesty it never had before. Subhanallah, with honesty it never had before. Subhanallah. Hardship is not there to destroy you. There are people who return to Allah because of heartbreak. There are people who discovered their strength because of heartbreak. Pain can become a source of reward if you remain patient. The believer understands that Allah never burdens a soul without wisdom. Allah tests you, it does not mean He hates you. In fact, some of the people most loved by Allah face the greatest hardships. Past, yet He remained patient and faithful to Allah. Imagine the emotional pain. Imagine the loneliness. But hidden within that hardship was El Remember until today. And look at Unus in the darkness of the whale. Imagine the fear, the isolation, the helplessness. Yet inside that darkness was mercy because it became the moment he turned back sincerely to Allah. Many times hardship softens hearts that comfort made hard. My brothers and sisters, one of the greatest hidden mercies inside hardship is that it reminds us this dunya was never meant to be perfect. We become attached to temporary things, temporary people, temporary comfort. Then Allah allows trials to remind us that real peace is not found in dunya alone. Real people from your life because they would have harmed your akhirah. Sometimes He closes certain doors because behind those doors was destruction you could not see. And sometimes Allah delays your plans because He is protecting you from pain you never imagined. Years later, many people look back at their hardships and say, now I understand why Allah allowed that to happen. At the time they felt broken, but later they realized the hardship gave them wisdom, maturity, strength and closeness to Allah they would never have gained otherwise. This is why the believer never completely loses hope during trials. In this test, maybe the mercy is forgiveness of sins. Maybe the mercy is spiritual growth. Maybe the mercy is a future blessing that can only arrive after this hardship. So, ask Him to turn your hardship into purification, guidance and elevation. Because no difficulty sent by Allah is empty of mercy. Even the storm carries blessings you may only understand later. Hardships do not last forever. So hold on to your faith. Because behind every hardship there is hidden mercy waiting to unfold. My beloved brothers and sisters, one of the most beautiful gifts Allah complete trust and reliance upon Him. Tawakkul is not just a word we say. It is a state of the heart. It is the ability to remain calm even when life feels uncertain, because deep inside you know Allah is in control. Heart in a way nothing else can. Today many people are surrounded by comfort yet still feel restless inside. Their hearts remain anxious because true peace does not come from dunya alone. Real peace comes when the heart is connected to Allah and trusts His plan completely. A person without tawakkul panics over everything. Every uncertainty fills them with fear because they think everything depends only on their own control. But the believer understands something powerful. Stop making effort. Islam teaches us to work hard, plan wisely and take responsibility. But after doing our best, we leave the outcome to Allah. We stop destroying ourselves with endless worry over things beyond our control. Sometimes people think tawakkul means sitting back and doing nothing. Tawakkul means you tie your camel and then trust Allah. Apply for the job, but you trust Allah with the result. You seek treatment, but you trust Allah with the cure. Make dua for marriage, but you trust Allah with the timing. You work hard for your future, but you know your risk is written by Allah. And the heart. One of the biggest reasons people lose peace today is because they are trying to control everything. They want certainty preserving because they are trying to control everything. Allah never promised us complete knowledge of what is ahead. Not because life is perfect, but because they know Allah is watching over them. Think about a child holding the hand of a loving parent while walking through darkness. The child may not understand the road ahead, but he feels safe because So, tawakkul means walking through life knowing that Allah sees what you cannot see. My brothers and sisters, many of our fears come from forgetting who Allah is. We panic about provision while Allah is Ar-Razak, the provider. We fear the future while Allah already controls tomorrow. We fear difficulties while Allah is the one who can remove every hardship in a single moment. Sown into the fire. But his trust in Allah was stronger than his fear. While an army approached behind him. Everyone around him saw destruction, but Musa Arabiktin Arabiklam 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 Arabiklam. It gives hope during sadness, it gives calmness during chaos. Many times the situation around you may not change immediately, but tawakkul changes what happens inside your heart. Instead of drowning in anxiety, you begin to feel content with Allah's decree. Instead of overthinking every problem, you learn to hand your worries over to Allah. And that some people carry burdens they were never meant to carry alone. Solve everything by themselves, forgetting that Allah invites them to rely upon Him. He becomes overwhelming, return to Allah. Best then place your affairs in His hands, because the believer unshakable. A heart that truly trusts Allah will always find peace. My beloved brothers, a believer can hold on to is this: what is written for you will never miss you. No delay can stop it. No amount of competition can take away what Allah has already decreed for your life. And what is not written for you will never truly become yours, no matter how hard you chase it. So much anxiety, jealousy and sadness would disappear from their hearts. Left behind, they compare their lives to others and feel as though everyone else is progressing while they are struggling. Social media especially has made this worse. You see someone getting married, someone succeeding in business, someone traveling the world on journey, but the believer remembers that relationships and life path with perfect wisdom. Your story was never meant to look exactly like someone else's story. Sometimes we become attached to things that were never written for us. We chase certain people, certain dreams, certain outcomes, believing our happiness depends entirely on them. Then when those things leave our lives, we feel broken, but perhaps Allah removed them because they were never truly meant for us in the first place. Imagine exhausting yourself trying to force open a door that Allah never intended for you, while another door filled with goodness is waiting. Imagine exhausting yourself trying to force open a door that Allah never intended, force open a door that Allah never intended, force open a door. This is why tawakkul and contentment are so important. When you understand that your provision is already written, your heart becomes calmer. Stop believing that people control your destiny. Heaven withholds reach you even through impossible circumstances. Look at Musa as a baby. Yet the very child he feared was raised inside his own palace. Can you imagine that? What Allah decreed could not be stopped by the most powerful ruler of that time. And look at Yusuf. His brothers tried to remove him from their lives completely. He was thrown into a well, sold into slavery, imprisoned unfairly, and separated from his family for years. Yet the position Allah had written for him still reached him. Eventually Yusuf, Arabic teen, Arabic lam, Arabic cliff, Arabic cliff, Arabic cliff, Arabic cliff, Arabic cliff, Arabic mean rose to honor and leadership exactly as Allah intended. This teaches us a beautiful lesson. But they cannot block what Allah has written for you. So stop fearing human beings more than Allah, connections or pleasing others. They compromise their values, lose sleep and constantly stress over danger because they forget that their risk was written before they were even born. What belongs to you will find its way to you as to begin with. A relationship ending does not mean your future is destroyed. A delayed success does not mean Allah abandoned you. The believer trusts that Allah's decree is always precise, and remember this carefully. Expect it. Sometimes Allah gives you something better than what you originally asked for. Sometimes He changes your direction completely because His knowledge is greater than your understanding. There are people crying over closed doors while Allah is protecting them from future pain behind those very doors. So instead of constantly worrying about what you missed, focus on what Allah is guiding you toward now. My beloved brothers and sisters, contentment is as it becomes lighter. You stop comparing yourself to everyone else. Are late in life because you understand that Allah's timing for every person is different. Some flowers bloom early, but each blooms at the time chosen by Allah. Continue striving for good, but never let fear consume your heart over what is already written. If Allah has written you, and if Allah has not written it for you, no amount of chasing will bring peace through it. Imagination. My beloved brothers and sisters, patience is one of the most powerful qualities a believer can possess. In a world where people want everything immediately, Sabr teaches us to remain firm, calm and trusting even when life becomes difficult. We must remember is this: patience today can become blessings tomorrow. Many people only judge life by the present moment. If things are painful right now, they are struggling today, they think happiness will never return. But the believer understands that Allah can change circumstances in ways we never imagined. A difficult chapter is not the entire story, way they never expected. There are people who face rejection after rejection until Allah opened one door that changed their entire lives. There are people who felt broken by hardship, only to later realize that those very struggles shaped them into stronger, wiser and closer servants of Allah. Subhanallah. Prophets experience grief and pain. Hadith in your fa'in. Continue making dua. Continue hoping in Allah even when your heart feels exhausted. Look at Yaqub. The sadness was so intense that his eyesight was affected. Yet he never lost hope in Allah, Allah's mercy. And eventually Allah reunited him with Yusuf. Arabic teen, Arabic lam, Arabic leaf, Arabic lam, Arabic leaf, 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 Arabic leaf. May take time, but Allah never forgets His servants. Sometimes the blessings Allah prepares for patient people are far greater than what they lost. A person may lose one opportunities later. A person may experience heartbreak, but through patience Allah grants them someone who brings peace into their life. A person may struggle financially for years, yet Allah later grants them stability and barakah they never expected. The problem is that many people give up too early. Before the blessing arrives, Shaitan whispers to them, nothing will change, but the believer knows that Allah can transform any situation overnight. Never brings rain after drought can bring relief after hardship. Darkness can bring peace after pain. The same Allah who cures illness can heal broken hearts too. Many times patience is preparing you for blessings your current self is not yet ready to handle. Imagine receiving certain blessings before gaining maturity, wisdom or closeness to Allah. Sometimes Allah makes you wait because the waiting itself is building blessing hidden. Sword, waiting in the akhirah. Every moment you remain patient for the sake of Allah is seen by Him, who is recorded with Allah. Human beings may not understand your pain, but Allah does. My beloved brothers and sisters, some of the most beautiful things in life require patience. Seeds take time before they become trees. The same way many life. So do not rush Allah's timing. Current delay may become the reason for your future gratitude. Your current struggle may become the story that inspires others one day. And remember this carefully. Solving comes even if it arrives later than expected. Continue walking toward Him no matter how heavy life feels. Because the patience you show today may become the very blessing you thank Allah for tomorrow. My beloved brothers and sisters, at the end of the day, life will never go exactly according to our plans. There will be moments of clarity and moments of confusion. But through every season of life, one thing must remain, brothers and sisters, preserving, remain firm inside our hearts. Trust Him. Cannot see. Many times we ask Allah for comfort while He is preparing growth. We focus on temporary pain while Allah is looking at our eternal success. Your tears go unseen. Never think your struggles are meaningless. Allah is aware of every burden you carry and every silent battle taking place inside your heart. And remember this beautiful reality: the believer is never abandoned. Even in your darkest moments, Allah assists us, preserving the believer is never abandoned. Even when life becomes heavy, His plan continues unfolding with perfect wisdom. So hold on to tawakkul. Lose faith in the one who controls all goodness. The same Allah who helped the prophets through impossible situations can help you too. The same Allah who brought light after darkness for them can bring light into your life as well. Perhaps your heart feels tired from waiting. But realize that every delay, every hardship, toward Allah's mercy in ways you never understood before. Subhanallah. So walk through life with a heart that says, "You even when I do not understand." That is the heart of a true believer. May Allah fill our hearts with peace, strengthen our trust in Him, forgive our sins, ease our hardships, and grant us beautiful outcomes in this dunya and the akhirah.